Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap at night. A little later than I planned, but everything's good, and let's get right to today's General Hospital recap. So, at Liz's place, Carly comes over to talk to Jason. She wants him to go to Sonny and tell him who he is. At Franco and Nina's place, Nina has a job interview. She's going for fashion editor at Crimson, which it would be great to have Crimson back again. How awesome would that be? And Obrecht shows up. Nina leaves for her job interview, and Franco wants to come back to work at the hospital as an art therapist, and he's going to have to pass a psych eval first. So that's going to be a lot of fun. He agrees to it though, and he's glad to hopefully have his job back. At Julian's new office at the Metrocourt, well, I just told you that. Julian tells Alexis that Ava won custody, and Alexis says she feels sorry for Sonny because of everything else going on in his life. Like, he really, this is obviously painful. Julian apparently owes back taxes, and a lot of them, and the only way to save the Crimson part of his company is for deep pocket investors to invest, and Alexis recommends just killing off the magazine and writing it off, whatever. So Nina comes in for her interview, and she says she wants to be fashion editor and all this fun stuff. So Julian says, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And she's like, well, I don't know. No one's ever asked me that. And then she jokingly says, I could see myself running the whole magazine. And he goes, well, then why don't you do that right now? And she gets hired to run the whole thing. And after Nina leaves, Alexis is freaking out about how Nina will run the magazine into the ground, and then figures out that, that's exactly what Julian wants so that he can write it off. Yeah. At the Haunted Star, Maxie tells Dylan that Lulu knows it was him who played the video on purpose. And Maxie says that despite everything, she could see herself probably doing the same thing, even though it was still wrong. And she's dropping off the fundraising checks, and he says there's not going to be a movie. So Dylan says that his heart's not in the movie anymore, and Maxie is like, well, what about me? And he apologizes that things didn't work out, and he wants to give the money back to the donors, and he tells her that whatever she winds up doing, she'll be amazing at it. Back at Franco and Nina's, Maxie brings Nina's check over, but Nina's still at her interview, and Franco tells Maxie that, this project meant so much to Nina, and Maxie's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but, it's off. And then Nina comes back and tells them she's new editor-in-chief of Crimson Magazine, and Maxie's like, what? At Sonny's, Dante is at Sonny's. Sonny's at home. He's out of the hospital now, and he's still blaming Carly for losing Avery, which still makes no sense. And Sonny wants to hear about what happened with Lulu. Dante fills him in and then goes because he's a visitation with Rocco today. And Carly and Jason show up. It feels so good to say that, by the way. And Sonny isn't happy at all. And then Jason tells Sonny that his name isn't Jake, and he tells him he's Jason Morgan. And I'm pretty sure we all started crying. And he doesn't believe it at first, obviously, because it's very hard to believe. And she tells him about the DNA test, and then she convinces him by saying, she would never open either of them up to this kind of pain if it wasn't 100% true. So then Sonny, of course, made me cry, because that's what people do when they're on TV. Jason says he still doesn't remember, but, it's him. So he says he doesn't remember what it's like to be Jason Morgan, so Sonny's like, oh, let me tell you. So he tells him about after the car accident, how he took him in, and how he saved Sonny's life in more than one way, and how Jason lived a dangerous life but eventually caught up to him, and, Sonny and everybody grieved for him, but, now he's back, and how his life meant so much to so many people, and how he thinks Jason never realized how much he meant to so many people, So it's a little too much for Jason, of course, and he doesn't believe he remembers because he'll ever remember because he feels he already should have, and he leaves because he doesn't believe he can be Jason, or he can't be the Jason that Carly and Sonny need. At Windermere, Lulu and Rocco are there well, they're not living there. They're living at Maxie's, but they're at Windermere visiting. And Lulu doesn't want to be there when Dante comes to visit Rocco. So Laura didn't know about anything that happened, so Lulu fills her in. She tells her that she left Dante, and Laura wants to know if Dante had any explanation, not like as an excuse, but just to explain why. And Lulu's like, I don't even care. She's just in so much pain, you know? So Laura tells Lulu that she can give herself some time and she doesn't need to make any decisions right now. And Lulu says the one decision she has made is she'll never keep Rocco from Dante. And Laura offers that Lulu can live at Windermere with her and Nicholas, and she says she's happy staying at Maxie's. She goes to leave because Dante could show up anytime, and he's there. So Dante stops over for his visit. He wants to talk and get past it, but she doesn't want to do that right now because it's literally been less than a day. I don't know. I feel like the wedding was yesterday, and Lulu says everything that happened last night. So Lulu's a day off, but can't blame her because obviously she's going through a lot right now. But show, what are you doing? Timeline, fix it. So she doesn't want to get past it right now because she just found out a day to a day and a half ago, and not enough time to get over your husband cheating on you, you know? So Laura talks to Dante about being married to a Spencer and that he needs to give Lulu time because she's lashing out right now. Back at the Haunted Star, Lulu comes over. Dylan apologizes for playing the video, and Lulu says, maybe you did me a favor, but you completely humiliated me. And now, end scene. Alright, so Laura says she's sure, the one thing she's sure of is if Dante keeps pushing Lulu, that he's going to lose her for good. Like, he just needs to give her space, and then whatever happens, happens. And Lulu says that she's done with Dante, Valerie, and Dylan, and she wants him gone. And Dylan says he wishes there was something he could do to make her feel better, and she kisses him. So, payback. Maxie is in disbelief about Nina being hired for editor-in-chief. She says that the person who runs the magazine needs like contacts of photographers and like top level things, and needs to know what trends are gonna stay, needs to know all the stuff. And Maxie tells Nina about Kate and how she handled every aspect of Crimson, and when Kate wasn't there, Maxie made all the big decisions and all this stuff. And Nina goes, okay, you don't need to tell me anymore, you're hired. So I think Julian's plan is going to fall apart, because if Nina, Maxie could run Crimson by herself, but I think her and Nina kind of partner. Well, I know not technically partnering in it, but still, it's gonna be pretty cool, and we're gonna see a resurgence of Crimson, so that's exciting. So Sonny is really happy that Jason's back, but he doesn't want to force it, and he doesn't want Carly to force it, because he really does believe in his heart of hearts that Jason will remember. And wouldn't you know, Jason returns home back to Elizabeth, and he gets a flash memory of Sonny after looking at the picture of him and Elizabeth on the mantle. And I think it is Sonny saying I want you to take over for me. It was from a while ago, definitely, because they showed an actual little clip, which is better than we've ever gotten when it comes to flashes, the flash memories he gets. So I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm so excited. Yay! I will see you tomorrow at normal time for General Hospital. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you then. Bye!